Hello, good morning. John June here. This is it. This is the end of it. You know, this is over now. This is the ideal razor for a straight shaver that's coming into the world that's just starting straight shaving. I've used a few so far. First on the list was the George Plum, which cost about, I think it's £2.80 or £3.20 or something like that. It wasn't in great shape. You can see there's some pissing still on it, which I always leave on. I always leave it because I think that's nice. It's not really on the edge. It's a lovely vase with lots of character. So that's the first one. A vintage straight shaver. Get off eBay for, I don't know, 5, 10, somewhere around 15, 20. Could even pay a lot more than that. But get a honer or a restorer honer like myself to do the work on it and get it back. I'll always advise on what you want to buy and everything else. So send me the link on eBay. I'll look at it. I'll give you my opinion, and away we go. After that, we went on to the premium, which is look how bad those scales are. If I made razors with those scales, they'd get thrown back at me, believe me. But this is the Booker, which is exactly the same as a Dovo. They're made in the same factory, and if you actually look, you can find the mother of pearl with, if it comes through, hopefully that's going to come through okay. The exact same engraving, the exact same faux mother of pearl scales, just rather than a Booker stamp, it's got a Dovo stamp. That's £175. And then the one that everybody seems to love. This was used as well. I can't remember if it was, no, yeah it was. This was this one that I used last week, so I get quite confused because I shed so many razors all the time. Anyway, so this is a Drudic, custom Drudic. These scales are much tighter. Well, use this one, 7/8, quarter hollow, lovely razor. One of those with standard scales that will look something like that. Is £185, which is only £10 more than a Booker for much more razor, even if you just look at the size difference and the weight and everything else. And this is so beautiful. And the razor I've used is a premium vintage. It's a £125 razor. This is Japanese, again, 7/8, well, 13/16, quarter hollow. This is Swedish high silver steel, Japanese made, and this is beautiful. This is actually the razor that changed shaving for me and brought me into this and sent me down the rabbit hole. So today, I've waffled on for a long time actually. Look at this, 3 minutes already. I'll be using a custom gold dollar. Here we have a standard gold dollar. This one is brand new. It arrived in the post this morning and it's got rust. They are prone to rust. This one will be prone to rust. As Jim Robb said on his thing, they are brittle, they break. And he was asking how I got from this to this. See, there's quite a bit of a size difference there if I get them next to each other. I shorten the tip slightly, I take it off pretty much where the logo is. Then there's a hole stabiliser on here, which when you're honing and using it's not very nice, so I take that out. But I also blend the shape in. As you can see, it's all been blended and made nice. This area here is good. If you're learning to shave, look, see, I can grab it however I want to grab it. This is actually developed by myself and the barbers that I supply at Fellows Barbers in Hastings, Old Town, because I said that I'd create a straight shave that they could use on their clients. And this works out a lot better because for them they can hold it like this or like that. However it feels good for them grabbing, they can do it. So that's how this shape sort of formed. Frank Strongholm said that it looks like a Japanese razor, which yeah, you know, I'll be honest, it was styled slightly on a Japanese razor. But as you can see, it's a lot shorter than a standard double-edged razor, and if you compare it to something like the Drudic, it's minuscule. You know, this is the double-decker bus, and this is the Ford Fiesta. So, I'm going to be using this today. It's nice. So I've got a quilted velvet scales on there, which I'm going to try and get a little nice under the light. Some people like to lacquer and coat theirs. I know people use basically a super glue, but I actually really like the natural feel to it, and I just use a wax. In the flesh, these actually look very nice, but I'm not sure if it's picking up on camera too well. I'm using glass spaces at the moment, which are actually acrylic, but the glass effect and look nice. With the off-centre pin in the end as well, it's all very nice. And when I make them, you can see I have a line down the back here, just to add a little bit of style, and that sweeps down through the bottom here, comes down the back, goes on across the bottom here. It's all very nice. The French tip is a lovely way of doing it. It's just the shape and everything that I think is nice. It's you know, this just looks like a weapon. This is some huge weapon, and that's actually quite unintimidating, which is good for when you start shaving. If you're gonna get something big and nasty, you're gonna be worried straight away. So let's give this a go. Just another bit as well, so I forgot to mention, I actually mute the heel and the toe, so that actually I can touch them and I'm not going to cut myself. So when you learn to shave, you'll be have the toe and the heel and stuff, and people say to get a vein toe because it stops up, but if you look just here, there is still an angle right there. So this tapering, muting and everything out, whatever else you want to call it, actually does work. All the other shaves I've done, I've used the Purzo Blue Pre-Shave, Purzo Blue Shave. Today I'm going to use the pre-shave as a post-shave because this is actually pre and post-shave, you can use it for both. So I'm going to do that just to be a bit different. It's the last one, so if we're going this, to me, you know, straight away just buying those two, you're saving nearly a tenner, not buying the not buying this. It's like £8 a bottle. So if you're just getting into it, by the time you spent 30 quid on a razor, 8 quid on a brush, 7 quid on pre-shave and post-shave, 7 quid on a tube of shave cream, you're starting to add those numbers up, and then once you get a strop and everything else, it gets a bit silly. You're talking like £100 just to try and save money on buying cartridge razors. Right. 8 minutes talking, wow. Right, so I wet my face, do the hair, get the sink going. Bit of an introduction because it is the razor that I sell. I make some money, but I don't make a lot of money, believe me. I make, once I've done the postage, I actually think postage and sandpaper and stuff, I actually lose money on every one that I sell. But it's a hobby and I'm learning. I'm hoping that sometime in the future I'll start forging and making my own. So the brush is soaking in the sink quickly. Pre-shave is going on. As always, I've stropped the razor already. Squeeze the brush out. Right, give my hair a brush. Just because I'm doing a face lather. If I was doing a bowl lather, I'd go straight into bowl lather now. I'd give time for the pre-shave to do its job. There we go. As always, get your brush, little toothpaste bit in the top, all it takes. Such an easy thing to do. People are scared of creams and say you need a bowl and everything else. You can do it on the face. I do have bowls. I do use the bowls. But when I'm doing a quick demo like this, with Purzo Blue, don't actually need to use a bowl. A little bit dry. As always, I'm using the Prazzo brush for this. Now that this is over, I'm actually quite happy because I can use the rest of my selection. Other brushes, Polars and things along those lines. As always with these, flannel here, they do not touch water. As you can see by the brand new one, it's got rust on it and it's brand new. Alright, so... Considering that as a gold dollar, that's from Hilly BBS. But I'm going to say that because it's mine. It's one that I've made. I've already sold it and it will be in the post after I've sterilised it this afternoon. So as you can see, just takes it all off straight away. Jim Robb actually had 10 days growth. He's a real man, he's from Aberdeen. So before this film is actually put on YouTube, it'll probably be with the new owner, Chris Shaw. Such a quick and easy shave of this. It's a little bit smaller, and because the heel and toe are tapered, it's just so easy. So I had nearly 10 minutes of waffle, up to 13 minutes now. So I'm going to get this done in 17. Just to show that you don't need to look like Osama bin Laden or Santa with a huge great big beard of the lather. Beautiful. Actually purposely using bare technique. Hands all over the place. Just showing you that it is very easy. A good shave can be had without much skill. So I'm not talking much, but I'm just trying to get this done so you're not watching me shave for 3 hours. I know there might be some weirdos out there that like watching shave videos at all time. I know for certain my wife doesn't. As I've said on previous videos, she's never actually watched one. Yeah, against the grain top lip with no lather in place. That's actually a very, very good shave. I asked myself, why do I buy other razors when I can customise the gold dollar? If you want to save money, and if you've come into this because you don't want to buy cartridge razors, that's the way to go. It's not going to be 17 minutes. But speed this up a bit. Yeah, well, other things going on to talk about. Sent my brother a birthday card a few weeks ago. Again, nothing back. Absolute silence. Got a cat now called Enzo. He is a tabby Maine Coon, and he's a riot, absolute riot, into everything. Kind of like having another child, only this one's got sharp pointy claws. Sleeps less as well. So that's the clip side going on there. Give it a wipe off. But don't worry, for sure, this will be sterilised before it gets to you this afternoon. So rinsing off the lather. It's in the brush anyway, so you might as well use it for something. Towel. Well, towel. Considering I've had it on for 8 minutes selling myself, I think I've done right to do that in under 20. So, post-shave, pre-shave, pre-shave, post-shave. I've used this a few times like this in testing to see what it's like. And actually, it's pretty good. I've put a bit much on them, but as always, get it in the tattoos, keep the tattoos fresh, keep the skin moisturised and hydrated. My tattoo artist would be pleased with that. There we are. Beautifully smooth shave. So, you can message me on here in the comments if you want more information on it, or I'm on UK Wet Shaving Society as well. You know, look for John June, JJ Shaves on Instagram. That's my razor, that's an advert, that's probably going to be my longest video, might be, might not be, not sure. But with 8 minutes of gabbling at the front and a couple of minutes of rabbiting on at the end, it's still under 20 minutes. I'm actually quite a bit under 20 minutes. Anyway, cheers for watching if you've stayed on this long. If you want me to do 3-hour videos, yeah, it's not going to happen. Anyway, so cheers for watching, nice having you, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye bye.